Hi, I'm Joseph Maroney. I'm a mascot, pride guide, and orientation leader on Hofstra University's campus. I became the school mascot by actually going to a sophomore event, and they had sign-ups if you were interested in being a mascot, so I signed up, and they gave me their card and said email me your resume. So I did that, and they liked my resume, called me in for an interview, and I ended up getting the job. Being Willie is actually a lot of fun because a lot of people come up and take pictures with you, and you kind of feel like you're a little famous, even though no one knows who you actually are underneath the suit. But being Willie is actually a lot of fun. It's nice because you get to get the crowd going. The hardest part about being a mascot is when parents leave their kids with you because they act like you're a babysitter, and the kids begin to pull on your tail and poke you in the eye and try and take your head off and keep asking you all these questions, start hugging you so much that you almost fall over, and it's just so overwhelming. The problems with the costume are that it gets really hot inside because you're in a suit full of fur, and if you're in the sun, it's even worse because it could get to like 130 degrees in there. Application process of an orientation leader follows something along these lines. You have to first submit an application, which you get at an information meeting, and all the information meetings are mandatory, so you have to go to one. They tell you like the gist of things. From the application, if they like you, then they'll call you for a group interview. And in the group interview, you do activities such as building a tower out of, I think it was toothpicks and index cards, and you have to put on a skit for like the president and stuff like that. And then if they like how you are in the group interview, they'll call you in for an individual interview. They'll ask you questions about scenarios that you might run into being an orientation leader, why you think you're qualified, what can you add to the orientation leader experience, and then if they like you from there, you get hired. The toughest question while being a pride guide that someone asked me would probably be if the surrounding area and campus are safe, and it's really difficult to answer that because you have to be honest and say that Hempstead isn't the greatest neighborhood, but you usually turn that into a positive by saying, like, even though Hempstead isn't the safest of all neighborhoods, most college campuses are surrounded by not the greatest neighborhoods, and the public safety here on campus makes sure safety is number one concern by having the night shuttle patrol, public safety officers, RSR booths, and security cameras. For someone who's looking to get involved on campus, I'd probably recommend getting involved with pride guiding. That actually is a really good thing to get involved with because you meet a lot of people who are in so many other things as campus, and it's a volunteer position, so you don't have to like have a certain amount of requirements, so you could do a tour whenever you really desire. It's not like you have to do a certain amount of tours, which is nice because it gives you the amount of time to get involved in things like a frat or sorority if you want. So like they have the open house for that, so if you're interested in that, I'd recommend going to open houses.